Hello, I have Lawson's Double Sunshine, the IPA that inspired Sip of Sunshine, which is not brewed in Vermont. This one is brewed in Vermont. I went to their new big fancy brewery and tap room, and that's the only place you can get the Double Sunshine and Triple Sunshine, apparently. Like, you don't even see these beers like on tap very much around Vermont either. I'd never had this before. Never had the chance to have it before. I had a small pour at the brewery, thought it was definitely worth getting. Maybe I should have gotten more, because this is just a really unique beer, as you'll see. It's 8%, it was canned, I think on Halloween, so that makes it exactly 2 weeks old. And immediately you'll notice that unlike most other Vermont IPAs, it is almost completely clear. I don't think it's filtered, it's just brewed in a way that there are only extremely tiny particulates. You can't even barely see them with the naked eye. This is maybe what Heady Topper looks like if you let it sit in your fridge for 3 months or something. This is really pale. I looked up a recipe that Sean Lawson gave, like a homebrew recipe to make something like this that Sean Lawson gave to Craft Beer Brewing Magazine, and it's almost all Citra hops, some Columbus for bittering, and there's some oats in it apparently, and some other like carapils and Munich malts, but pretty simple. It even says to use a clean American ale yeast, not an English, more flavorful one like you would think from Vermont, New England, but he manages to coax extreme tropical character from the Citra, which I guess isn't surprising because it's Citra, but there just aren't any of the things. There's not even, the dry hopping is pretty traditional for this too, apparently. It's some whirlpool hops in there, but then no dry hopping during fermentation, which is another way that you can get some extra tropical fruit stuff, but it's like all dry hopping after fermentation. But it's an extremely well-made beer. It's like pure unadulterated Citra on the nose, which is orangey but big on the pineapple and mango and peach. It all kind of blends together and doesn't have one stick out. And floral and a teeny bit spicy, but very sunshiny, very bright. And not piney, not really dank. Just a very deep, covered up, sort of buried hint of purple drink. But it reminds me of, I guess, what a lot of Citra IPAs that were popular, like, 5+ years ago were like. But done extremely well. Yeah, peachy, pineapple-y, candy notes. It's very good. On draft, maybe it seemed like it was a touch silkier or something like that, maybe. Just a slightly different quality of carbonation, being in a keg as opposed to in a can. But lots of just a mashup of tropical fruit. Once again, I'm not getting this creamsicle like I'd get with a lot of Citra forward New England IPAs. And there's a little bit of bitterness, but definitely lower than Alchemist. Maybe this is like one of the first Citra double IPAs that was like extremely low in bitterness and really focused on the fruity qualities. And that's what made it really special. And also, their old small brewery was so small that it was impossible to get their hands on stuff from that. I only got my hands on like one bottle from there once, I think, a couple of years ago. Very drinkable for 8%. There's an interesting quality in there. Yeah, that's bringing back memories of drinking IPAs 5 years ago, Yeah, there's a little bit of bitterness building up now. I can't put my finger on some of these flavors, like maybe apricot? Yeah, it might be some sort of apricot flavors, and it's getting more bitter now, but it's still not alchemist levels. Very sweet floral qualities, but nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with this beer. Floats on the tongue, but maybe there's a little bit of a minerally thing going on. The way I can describe this fruity thing is coming is like dried apricot, maybe. It's very nice. What it should do is a head-to-head of this instead of the Sunshine. I'll probably do that soon. Look for it coming up so I can really compare, because I haven't had Sip of Sunshine in a long time. I feel like it has been overshadowed by so many brewers. That's just all hype, that beer, and it still has crazy popularity and hype, even though it's pretty easily accessible to most people in the Northeast. But maybe I'll do a blind. I should do a blind taste testing to make sure that I'm just not biased. But this is really good. I had it next to the Triple Sunshine at the brewery, which was really nice too. That one was even fruitier. I feel like this is more floral, a little bit more spicy. Definitely very easy to drink for 8% alcohol. Perfect sweetness and bitterness and all that stuff. But lots of sweet orange. All sorts of sweet orange flavors coming out now. With sort of a tropical stuff, but it's not like actual tropical pineapple juice or peach juice. It's not actual juice, but it has all these different hints of sweet citrus and tropical fruits and stone fruits. It's really nice. And then that finish thing is there's something that's really unique about it. It's not off-putting or too weird, but it's like, all I can say is like sulfured apricot. That